Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3? Can you hear me? Phil, is the microphone working? Yeah? Oh, good. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is so wonderful to see you all here in the SANS Holiday Hack Challenge Quest. Thank you for taking all the time to join us. We have a brief award ceremony for you, and I'd really just like to say thanks for all the time you guys spent working through our little challenge. So thank you all for participating. This is Ed Scotus here. For those of you whom I haven't had the chance to meet yet, I work as a SANS instructor and the Pentest curriculum lead, and I also have a team here at CounterHack. I'd like to thank the CounterHack crew for building this holiday hack challenge world. The whole team that you see up here on the stage worked so hard on, well, except the intern. The intern didn't work really hard on it. But everyone else you see on this stage worked so darn hard on this thing, and I'm very thankful for all their great work. There are a few people in particular, though, I want to say thank you to, because they really went above and beyond on this thing. And those people are as follows. First of all, I'd like to thank Daniel. Daniel's actually sitting on the stage here, as you can see him. He's also in the room next to me. Daniel did such a great job making the website look so nice and put a lot of time and effort into that, helping to get the various entries that you guys submitted to read through, a bunch of those. Just did a fantastic job. The next person I'd like to thank is Phil Smith. You see him up on the stage, P. Smitty 7373. Phil is an incredible guy. He's with CounterHack for 1 year from the U.S. Army. He's a training with industry person, and he did a lot of the development of the code you see here, including the code that is bringing the audio from my voice to you right now. He did a lot of the artwork inside the challenge. He's been tremendous to work with. He is a very, very incredible guy, and I'm just honored to have him spend this year with our team. And then the final person I'd like to acknowledge here is the guy standing behind me on stage here. It's Josh Wright. And Josh is really incredible. He was the lead developer and the guy who came up with this idea of doing Browser Quest as Holiday Hack Quest. And I'd like to tell you a little story, just briefly, to kind of give you an idea of how we got to where we are today. It was in May. Well, first of all, we had this idea 2 days after we launched the 2014 Holiday Hack Challenge. For those of you who did it before, you remember it was the one before this, Gnome in Your Home. We had a Christmas hacking carol, and you could see Alan Turing, his picture from the Christmas hacking carol on the wall behind us. On the wall behind us, we have little pictures of all of our previous Holiday Hack Challenges. Anyway, 2 days after we launched the one with Alan Turing as the ghost of hacking past, we had this idea that we were going to do one this year, and it was going to be called Gnome in Your Home. And it's about these little surveillance gnomes that would be Internet of Toys. So we had that idea way back in December of 2014. And then it was in May of 2015. I was actually staying on a family vacation down at the Disney Boardwalk. And I was going for a walk around the boardwalk. And I had this idea to call Josh Wright. And I called Josh on the phone, and I said, "Hey, Josh, I need you to work on something." And he said, "Well, what is that?" I said, "I would like you to come up with something really new for NetWars, just something that'll blow people's minds, something that they've never seen before, something that's really, really cool, and we'll make it a new form of NetWars, and it's going to be awesome." And Josh said, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" And I said, "I have no idea whatsoever, but just make it really good. That's all I ask." And Josh is like, all right, I guess so." It's like, "Josh, this is going to be so fantastic. I can't wait to see what you'll come up with. Just get back to me in 2 weeks with your ideas." So anyway, I turned Josh loose. I finished my vacation. I came back, and Josh Wright had put this presentation together about a new form of NetWars that is actually based on Browser Quest. And people can explore this little terrain, and we'll have little characters and avatars, and you'll be fetching assets and stuff like that. And he proposed it to me and the entire team. And we looked at this and said, "Wow, this is so cool." But then I called Josh a little bit later, and I said, "Josh, I'm scared of launching that as the new NetWars because I'm afraid we might not be able to support the technology. It's got a whole bunch of new things in it. It's Node.js with a bunch of server-side JavaScript and new server types that we're not familiar with, not experienced with. It's developing a whole new environment." I said, what if instead of doing this for Net Wars, we did it as a holiday hack challenge? And Josh loved that idea. And I said, and we'll just give it to everybody for free. So kudos to Josh Wright, who dreamed up this holiday hack quest and then led the development of it all. It is so wonderful. Thank you, Josh. Now, a couple of other things I wanted to point out before we get into the winner announcement. This whole little session here is only going to go another 5 or 6 minutes, but did you notice there were some purposeful typos inside of the narrative? We do that every year, put a little 1 or 2 things in there. One that I think a lot of you noticed was Show Dan. The idea is when you read the story, it says, hey, to find the Supergnomes, you can go and show Dan, S-H-O space D-A-N, your work. Did you notice that? Show Dan? Several of you saw it. But there was another one. You'll note that for each of the questions that we asked you, it would ask you a question, and it had a question mark at the end. Did you notice for the last question, it said, who is the villain, period? There was no question mark. It was a statement of fact. Who is the villain? Because the villain, of course, for those of you who solved it, and many of you did, was Cindy Lou Who. So we did that one on purpose as well. So anyway, a lot of fun stuff that was baked into this by a lot of people. We, in addition to the CounterHack team that you see up on stage here, there was also some great development work that was done by Steve Sims. Steve Sims is the one that came up with the Supergnome 5 challenge, so I hope you all enjoyed that one. The DNS command and control, James Line worked on that one. We had a lot of other people that worked on individual pieces, and we're so thankful to them. But hey, let's get up to our winners' announcements, okay? So first of all, we had about 500 different entries, and Phil and Daniel read through every last one of them. I read through, I'd say about 30% of them, but Phil and Daniel read through 100% of every one of them, and they pointed out such great ideas that were included in each one of them, and we've selected certain honorable mentions and super honorable mentions. If you add up the honorable mentions plus the super honorable mentions, it's almost 100 people, and I'm not going to read out all of those names here because it just take too much time. So we're going to push on the website as soon as the award ceremony is over. We're going to push the honorable mentions and super honorable mentions there. And look, my hat's off to you guys. You can't see it on the screen because we didn't animate the icon taking my hat off, although we might next year. Anyway, my hat's off to you, even though it doesn't look like it. If you won honorable mention or super honorable mention, you'll see that on the website at the holidayhackchallenge.com. It'll be going up as soon as we finish this stuff. But now let's get into the names of the people who won that we're going to go over here. We're going to start with our random draw. You remember, in past years, we've usually had 1 or 2 people earning random draw prizes. This year, we went with 7 random draw winners. And each of you is going to get a super soft, wonderful Net Wars t-shirt that just feels good to the touch. You know how you have that one t-shirt that just feels good to wear? We hope that those of you who are getting your Net Wars t-shirts, that's going to be your t-shirt, right? So let me go ahead and announce the 7 names in alphabetical order by first name or NIM of our 7 random draw winners. We have Ali Bashavan. Yay, Ali. We have Charles Rice. We have Dominic H. We have Marcus Einarsson. We also have Nice Road. We have Rich Casera. And we have Sonny Brunson. So that's really cool. So those are the 7 people that have won at a random draw. We'd like to thank random.org, who has provided the entropy for us to do this. I see people running around now. Cindy Lou Who, age 62, yes, so you're telling everybody who the bad guy was. People are running around because they won. That's cool. All right, next, we're going to move on to our creative winners. Now, if you look at when we wrote up the challenge and announced it, we said we're going to choose one creative winner. And we are, but there were a total of 5 really good creative answers here. So we're going to give 4 of the creative answers a Net Wars t-shirt. So that's 4 extra Net Wars t-shirts we're going to send out. And then the number 1 creative answer is going to win a Net Wars Continuous subscription, which is 4 months inside Net Wars Continuous. So our creative winners that will win a t-shirt are as follows. We've got Tabasco Eye. And what a great write-up Tabasco Eye did. It had some really neat custom artwork, sketch work that Tabasco Eye did. And we're going to post these so you can read them. And I really recommend you check out the custom artwork from Tabasco Eye. Tabasco High is going to get a NetWars t-shirt. The next one that will get a t-shirt is Dollar Hyde. That's Hyde, Dollar Hyde, who did an amazing video showing how to solve the entire thing in 40 minutes. So he goes through the whole analysis of the firmware, the packets, the hacking of the Superdomes, everything in 40 minutes. That's Dollar Hyde. Next, we have, from a creative winning perspective, Rich Casera, who did an incredible rhyming thing. I mean, he wrote it up and he got the rhymes right, the meter was right. It's really beautiful. I encourage you to read Rich's work on that. And then, from another creative winner perspective, another NetWars t-shirt here, we'll go to Alexander Sinetsky. Alexander Sinetsky did a heartwarming story where the kids, Jessica and Joshua, investigate and they bust Cindy Lou Who, and she abducts them. And then they explain to her how they unraveled her tale. It had sort of a Scooby-Doo vibe to it. Like, the kids are busting the old criminal. And at the end, though, they convince Cindy Lou Who about the true meaning of the holiday season, and her heart turns. All right, so those were all wonderful creative answers. Tabasco Eye, Dollar Hyde, Rich Casera, and Alexander Sinetsky. But the best creative answer, and this person has won a subscription to NetWars Continuous. That'll be 4 months inside NetWars Continuous. And I saw this person running around in here earlier, so I think this person's still here. It's Janice Jasinski. Janice Jasinski did a fantastic solution with a beautiful website. Also integrated into the write-up was a dummies guide, like those books, the dummies guides, that describes how the whole thing works and a lot of the ideas and underlying definitions. Janice did a fantastic job. It's fantastically crafted, super educational. I recommend you check out that work as well. All right, so that is our number one creative winner, Janice Jasinski. We have a couple of other winners here. Our next one is going to be our best technical answer. This person will also receive a 4-month subscription to NetWars Continuous. And this answer was so good. I remember when it first came in late at night. I read it, and it knocked my socks off. So our best technical answer is for Corey Dew, or it's from Corey Dew. Corey did a great job. His answers are incredible. His integrated walkthrough videos are fantastic. You really should check out Corey's answers. He goes through systematically, piece by piece, with video, also showing you how to hack into each one of the Superdomes. And that now takes us to our grand prize winner. Our grand prize winner is going to get a free SANS online class. So this is a full SANS class, retail value, $5,000 plus. They could take it via SANS V Live, so there's a live instructor teaching you via webcast, or they could take it via SANS On Demand, so you have recorded audio that you can go through on your own, at your own pace, with lots of times for labs, 4 months actually for labs, really cool stuff. Or you could take SANS Simulcast, where you're actually remotely attending a SANS event, so the people in the room, but the Simulcast students join remotely. It's pretty cool. So this person will get his choice of free SANS online class, whether it be VLive, On Demand, or Simulcast. And the person is, are you ready? I think you're ready. It's grand prize winner, Michael Pella. Michael's work was incredibly detailed. He uncovered and inventoried more detail than most people did that worked on the challenge. He even managed to gain root access to Supernome 4. And that is very rare. We did not expect you to get root access on Supernome 4, but Michael Pella did, and he did it in an incredible way. His write-up is a delight to read. What a great job. Congratulations, Michael, on a job well done. You should be proud. And in fact, that gets us to our official answers here. Our official answers, usually we like to choose one, but there were two that were so good, I really recommend you read both of them. If you want to learn and work your way through this stuff, you should read the answers from our best technical answer and our grand prize answer. That is Corey Dew and Michael Pella. Read both of those. We'll keep them posted. In fact, once we push the winner's announcement, it'll be up and you can read the whole thing from both Corey and from Michael. And that's another thing I'd like to announce here. We are going to keep all of the Supernomes up. We're going to keep the Holiday Hack Quest World up so that you can continue building your skills and practicing. You can work through the challenge again and again and again. You can read Corey's or Michael's answers and then apply the same techniques that they use and work your way through this. So we're going to keep this stuff up. And also, I don't know if you know this. A lot of people aren't aware of it. But we've kept up all of our holiday hack challenges from all of the previous years. So if you'd like, you can go and work through the one that we did last year, the one with Alan Turing as the Ghost of Hacking Past. Or you can go to the one the year before that, which is It's a Hackerful Life. That one's based in Cyber City. Or you could go the year before and work on the one that Tim Medine and I did, which has the Miser Brothers. Or one that I did with Tom Hessman a few years ago. Grandma got all hacksaw by a reindeer. Or Yori Kavitchko worked on the fantastic one, The Nightmare Before Charlie Brown's Christmas. These are all up there, and you can practice on them any time that you would like. Really neat. And now let's close by talking a little bit about next year's. We're starting to work on next year's already. It's going to be another holiday hack mystery. This year was a mystery where you had to figure out, who's behind this kind of thing. Next year's is going to be a mystery as well. We're already starting to discuss how the story is going to fit together with some interesting new technologies. We're going to launch it around December 9th, 2016. You might want to put that on your calendar. Mark your calendars, December 9th, 2016, Holiday Hack Challenge 2016. It's going to have a whole bunch of new fun stuff. Plus, the stuff that you've seen here in Holiday Hack 2015, we've really pushed the edges of some of these technologies, and we're really excited, and we're going to incorporate some of these technologies into some SANS products that you'll be seeing come out over the next several months. So be on the lookout for this kind of interactive, social-oriented, fun, but always focused on learning and skill development. We got some really cool surprises up our sleeves for it that involve things like browser quests, that involve things like the audio that you're hearing here, and a whole bunch more. So let me close by thanking you all again for your participation in this year's Holiday Hack Challenge. It is an honor from all of us on the CounterHack team, from all of us on the SANS team, to be able to create these kinds of things and have you guys spend your time working on them. We hope that these have imparted skills that you can use in your careers. That's the SANS promise, we call it. The stuff that you learn when you come to SANS classes and participate in SANS webcasts and SANS challenges and so forth. That's the kind of stuff that you can use in your job the very next day. We really think hard about that challenge, and we hope that we've delivered on that challenge to you with Holiday Hack Quest and the Holiday Hack Challenge 2015. I'd like to thank everyone here again, especially the CounterHack team for working so hard on this. We want to thank the 8-Bit Universe because they contributed the music in Holiday Hack Challenge to us. It really gave a special feel and flavor to the whole thing. So once again, this is Ed Scotus. I'm going to be closing out here. Thank you again for participating in all this stuff. Hey, Phil, can you cue the closing music so that we can close out with a little awards ceremony music? Thank you again, guys. We'll leave the channel up a little bit if you want to hang out in the channel a little bit and talk with each other. But I'd like to thank you all again and enjoy the Star Wars throne room scene by the 8-Bit Universe. Thanks, guys.